What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel, and today I just want to have a brief little discussion video really about the Ultimate Torsos and the improvements Mattel has made in the line since its inception. Really, when the Ultimate Edition line was introduced, it brought us some new body styles for the line, a new articulation scheme which had really good butterfly joints but some limited ab crunch and ab movement. And underneath a lot of really all the Ultimates pre a couple of years ago, they were just like, a standard peg for the waist part. And then we had some new Ultimates that allowed for a 360-degree spin on that upper torso. And that's like the Seth Rollins one, where you got this flat type of peg. And then there's a little piece that goes on top of it, this little block piece, where this ball peg goes into there. But I noticed something new when I was messing around with my Ultimate Edition Batista figures. If you've seen any of my other Ultimate videos, I've made interswappable legs with magnets with my John Cena Ultimate and with my Stone Cold Ultimate. And so I was like, I'm going to do the same thing for Batista, so I don't have a handful of Batistas laying around. I just have the multiple legs. And what I realized is the engineering on the newly released greatest hits is actually a little different than the previous version. Now, there's a few other things before we get into that, which I'd like to note, that this figure actually has the drop down hips, which I'm actually a big fan of. I know they can be finicky sometimes, but the drop down hips on this Batista allows him to actually get in the crouch pose to do his entrance, machine gun pyro entrance. And then this one, even though with the knee pads on, you can't tell, that one actually has pinless legs, and that one doesn't. But then when I cracked the torsos, I noticed something different. So we'll zoom in just a little bit, and we'll take these figures apart so you can see the difference. But this is the original style of the Ultimate Torsos, and this one is a newer style with that bigger rubbery piece that the ball can fit in, and you can do a 360 spin. But they're still using the old style waist piece, which I found interesting. So if we take this one here and we look down in there, so it's got this like circular peg that kind of sits on this rubbery piece, but it can't, at the top of the torso, it can't spin because it goes through this this rod piece. So the other connecting piece seals that off, so it's just a rod that sticks through it. Now, with this one, there's not a rod piece that goes from the front part of the abs to the back side of the abs. It's that that system where a fully round ball goes into that little space here, and you see that. Whereas this other one, actually, I can grab a spare piece. The other one has a piece like this, where with the torso, you got the peg there. It goes through. Of course, you'll have your small little rubber piece there, and then your other part of the torso would then connect, and it's sealed up, and you get a little side to side, and you go back and forth, but you can't do a 360 spin. Whereas with this one, stick that in there, and now Batista can rotate all the way around. It's a small little thing, but it's kind of cool that they upgraded it using the pre-existing waist piece. Now, it's just interesting. Now, let's see, this one you can go side to side like this, but this one you could twist even further and get more of a diagonal crunch that way, which would help with posing. But I just thought that was fascinating that they changed that. And honestly, that makes for elite to ultimate conversions a lot easier, because all your elite figures waist pieces are going to look like this. Whereas you had an issue when you took an ultimate off and the peg looked like that. An elite really wasn't compatible with this kind of peg. But now, if they continue to kind of use a system like that Batista, really any elite leg you'll be able to swap on an Ultimate Torso. Now, so if you saw my Ultimate Stone Cold fix up, he had the Sami Zayn lower torso, which had this style peg. So it actually had the this type of system with that kind of peg. But the older torso had like what I showed here, that rod that just split the two bars. So I actually had to, on my Stone Cold, had to swap out that piece. Now, to me, ultimate swap outs conversions have never been that difficult, because really all you had to do was crack that lower torso. But because I needed that different style, that clear white piece, that, clear plastic, whitish clear plastic, I had to crack the upper torso as well and swap those entirely. So that was probably the most difficult conversion. Ultimately, if they start using, like I said, that kind of system instead of this kind of system, that should be a game changer when it comes to conversion. Now, they might stick with this style going forward, and it might just be for re-releases like this that they do that. But I just wanted to do a video breaking down the inside of these torsos, because I don't know if many people have, especially people that have never, gone the lengths to crack a torso, really know what they look like inside. So I just wanted to showcase that, and hopefully it's kind of helpful in your decision making as you customize your figures. But anyway, that's all I got for today. Hopefully you found this informative and that you're enjoying the content that I'm producing. I appreciate all the likes and the comments, especially if you have a question. Please comment below. I'm always going to try my best to answer it. But thank y'all for the support, and thank you for watching this video, and I'll see y'all next time. See ya.